Hey everybody, it is your favorite washed PvE player, Riven Speedruns here, and today I'm going to be showing off a new build with the Solar 3.0. And while the drip may not be on point, the build absolutely is. So what this build revolves around is having infinite nade production, and through that infinite nade production having extreme ad clear and some pretty solid DPS. To start off, we're going to need Solar Nade, the melee of your choice. This new Incinerator Snap, by the way, very powerful. Icarus Dash is optional, it's just the best for me to run. And then here's where it comes in. Touch of Flame. Solar Grenades increases linger duration. This stacks with Sunbracers. And it periodically emits blobs of lava, which happen to do a lot of damage. Now I've got the aspects. Ignitions have increased area of effect. My nade applies ignitions. Class ability recharges when you scorch targets. It also scorches people. Defeating scorched targets grants melee energy. This restores our melee so we can proc Sunbracers. And defeating targets with solar ignitions grants grenade energy. This helps get our nade back faster. Now if we go ahead and look at the Sunbracers, its perk increases the duration of solar grenades. Solar melee kills grant unlimited solar grenade energy for a brief time. This means that whenever I melee anybody, I have 4 to 5 nades just to be thrown one after another. And with the fragments I showed you, you can stack mods like Momentum Transfer. Causing damage with the grenade reduces your melee cooldown. I stack 2 of these. You throw a nade, you get a kill with it, you get half your melee back. When you have 5 nades, you have a lot of leeway. So I stack mods like Outreach. When I place Rift, I get melee energy just in case something goes wrong. And then other just various things. The other big one is Ashes to Assets. When you throw a nade, you get bonus super energy. And all of these synergize really well to create a really good PvE build that works for ad clear. I personally played it in Gambit as I found that was the best way to show off the effectiveness of it, but this works in all activities such as strikes, nightfalls, raids, and is incredibly effective. I'm going to go ahead and get into some gameplay. I hope y'all enjoy it and hopefully use this build, make some baller plays, and have a good day. Alright, so the game that I chose for this recording is probably my 4th one. We were doing some seasonal challenges, which is why I decided to do it inside of Gambit. Obviously, I told you in the intro, I prefer to use it for things like strikes and raids, as no one really plays Gambit. But ultimately, scoreboard and other things like just ad clear modes collected really show off how powerful this build is inside of the PvE setting. So to start, you just get the melee kill, you throw nades. And first thing I want you to notice, this is a bit of a sloppy clear. It was one of my earlier games, but look at how much super I have. I only got probably 5-10 kills, and I already have melee back, I have nade back, and I have half my super. Here I turn around because I thought everything was cleared. My teammates were like, what are you doing? Why are you running off? Kill that guy, it spawns, I ignore heavy, I go to the next. Now this next encampment really just shows how good this build is. Get a solar nade down, I get a melee off, kill a trash ad, bam, 2 nades over there, 1 on the abomination, grab some of the stragglers, and we just cleared this entire side. Like that, there's probably 20 motes and we're already moving on to the next. Now, obviously this is Gambit based advice here, but now with the changes, if you want to go and depot at 2, it works incredibly well. Because you get early invade, you get the blockers, and my friend who's really good at PvP, we send in for invade, and he takes him out. Meanwhile, I go over, throw my spare nade, go and try and find a trash ad, find them back here. They're gone, I pop my well for safer clears, nade, nade. Unfortunately, there was something blocking it, but it doesn't matter because we have so many. My melee is already back, I have a nade back, and I was able to pop a well, and half of it's back. All those motes, you go, you grab them, and look at how dominant of a lead we already have. That right there is why I really like this build, is just because it gets you in such a lead, such a groove, you don't even have to continue looking at the enemies. Normally with weapons, you have to sit there, spray, move on, jump up into the air, throw 4 nades in any direction you want, and it's over. Next camp, we're back to the first part. I spray a bit with my weapon because of the void shield. It's easier to take out some of the big guys like that. Get the melee kill off. 1, 2. I almost die here, but because of how oppressive the nades are, I end up okay. And I don't know if I end up showing the abomination. We'll check out here. I'm doing a bit of a live voiceover, so we don't know. Look, that abomination is gone. That was mostly my solar. And while some of you may be like, yeah, there's an ally over there, he's a blueberry. Man was being treated like a preschooler throughout the game. I don't think he actually did that much damage. Just the freaking new solar aspect that adds the molten lava bursting out really helps the solar nades and the effectiveness in this build. Alright, now we're hitting final camp, same routine, throw down a Wither Horde. I broke some of the shields. I should have gone for a melee, unfortunately, since this is a really new build. Still not completely in the swing of things. Although I do think I was just trying to get the motes out of desperation, because, you know, we only need 4, may as well get them in. Slap them in, we get the primeval, and now we get to show off the DPS of this build. So for the most part, I don't end up using these solar nades a ton. However, if you do get a chance to throw the solar nades on the primeval, it melts. What I do is actually go over, get some nades on the envoys. I already have my melee back, that's 2 nades. I make a dumb play and run into the wizard, but hey, that's Gambit. We can't all be perfect, except for me. I'm mostly perfect. That one death is an exception. My teammate goes to take care of that. I decide to take out this blocker, that way he doesn't cause any future issues like DPSing us. And because of the build, I have well. I was able to clear out envoys, and even with a death, we are by far ahead. I get flinched a lot here, so my DPS is suboptimal, but y'all already know how much linears do. You should be imagining right now what it would be like if I didn't miss most of my shots. We get that invader. That was a really lucky rocket explosion. I miss all my shots, don't know what I'm doing here, if you feel like looking away. But the point still stands of how powerful the build is. We're not here to look at my aim, we are here to look at the build. Run over, grab me some ammo, and I think right here I probably just end up, ad goes with melee, 1 nade, and I start immediately chucking them on the boss, so the moment that drops, and look, you can see his health in the top left, it is melting. That's Primeval Slayer times 4, and that's just nades on. If you stack these nades and you end up linearing him, you throw a Wither Horde on him, he melts. And like, this is an ad clear based build, and I am still consistently outputting top DPS of the team. If you can ever find a build that combines ad clear like this and DPS, you know just how powerful it is and why it is so desirable to have. Alright, last DPS phase coming up. We end up getting it, and I'm going to show the scoreboard at the end, and I want y'all to stick around just to see the scoreboard. That's 1 nade, I'm ticking for, what was that, 600 I think I saw per tick, and Wither Horde doesn't even tick for that much. We end up getting the takeout with my friend's golden gun. Scoreboard's about to pop up, and I want to show just how good this was. And as you can see here, the numbers speak for themselves. I had 79 combatants defeated and 43k DPS. If you can find anything else that reaches those numbers, I would be highly surprised. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. It was a ton of fun to make, and I'm really hyped about the Solar 3.0 changes. If you are also excited for the new Destiny season, drop a like, and if you like supporting my content, go ahead and subscribe. My main grind right now is Twitch, so if you want to see more than 1 upload every year, go ahead and head over to twitch.tv/RivenSpeedruns. I do all sorts of trials, carries, and now I'm going to start playing some PvE with the new season. I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Peace!